Today I'll be talking about my expectations for Gears of War 2 Ultimate Edition. I'll start off first by saying that at the time of this video it hasn't officially been announced, but I'd say it's a pretty safe bet, since Microsoft loves releasing 10-year anniversary remasters of their old flagship games. I'll start with the campaign, and I'll be using Gears of War Ultimate Edition as a basis. Campaign-wise, the Ultimate Edition remaster was pretty darn good. It kept most of the original's charm and only really gave a graphical overhaul, as a remaster should. They slightly tweaked a few cutscenes around, but I don't think anyone had any real issues overall with the story mode. Multiplayer is where it got a bit tricky. The Coalition decided they wanted to add some improvements, such as changed weapon swaps, removal of old glitches, and probably the biggest issue, adding Team Deathmatch. TDM simply never should have been a thing in Gears of War, and the Gears of War 1 formula suffered the most from its half-assed inclusion. The bread and butter of Gears 1 and 2 were the non-respawn game modes, namely Execution and Warzone. Back in the day, Gears of War had a real widespread reputation as being a multiplayer game you're gonna get fucked sideways in for several months till you simply got good. That was due to how modes like Execution differed from TDM. TDM encourages and enables you to play like a retard. If you mess up, no worries, respawn, try again. There's no risk, and not much of a reward in terms of actual skill. Execution, on the other hand, was brutal. You fucked up, too bad. Wait it out, think what you did wrong, and improve on it the next round. It also not only encourages, but just about enforced teamwork. If a player went down, you had it in you and your team's best interest to revive them. Once TDM came about in Gears 3, no one cared anymore. A teammate went down right next to you, who gives a fuck, you'll respawn in 15 seconds. Warzone was even more brutal in that you could get finished off across the map without a headshot if you went down. It also enabled clutch gameplay, which simply doesn't exist in TDM due to the free respawns. The days of the 5v1 clutch pretty much died once TDM arrived. The Coalition has shown us quite clearly they simply don't have a goddamn fucking clue when we take Gears of War 4 as an example. There's a reason it's dead, and if we exclude Gears PC, it's the worst selling actual Gears of War game to date. There's a good reason for that, like having dual weapon balancing. What the actual fuck is that shit? Gears 4 needs to be the containment game where Coalition keeps all their shitty ideas and improvements. Gears of War 2 Ultimate Edition needs to be left absolutely untouched, no tweaks, no added game modes. There's already a fantastic respawn game mode in Gears 2 that avoids the brain dead methods of TDM by having an actual objective, that being Guardian, and there's Annex for private modes to mess around with friends. Somehow, Coalition managed to fuck up Guardian in Gears of War 4 as well. How? I'll never know. Apparently the leader spawns as a golden Cheeto nugget or some dumb shit like that. They need to deliver a one-to-one recreation of the original Gears 2 multiplayer experience, launched with all 28 maps and title update 6 in effect from launch. Leave Horde untouched, so none of that pay-to-win garbage introduced in Gears 3 and continually botched in Gears 4. Just you, 3 teammates, and an ever-increasingly difficult 50 ways of AI trying to kill you. No supply drops, no fortifications, just your own skills, as it should be. Also, for the love of God, fuck those dumbass weapon skins right off. That Call of Duty shit needs to go and stay the fuck away for good. Gears of War 2 UE should only have the Gold Lancer and Hammerburst, and they should be limited pre-order bonuses only, just like they were 10 years ago. No other way to get them. Real fans had them, everyone else didn't. Gears 2 10-year anniversary is November next year, so if it's going to happen we'll probably see it announced at E3 2018. Here's hoping it happens, and here's hoping that